To use teacher.desmos, you can go to teacher.desmos.com and you will see that there are featured collections. So these are collections that have already been created. You can also see over here by the type that you'd like to use. You can also search for an activity. So say you wanted to do something on quadratics, and you can select or just search anything that says quadratics. Or you can create your own custom activity. So you can click on custom and then choose new activity to create your own. So I'm going to walk through how to create one. I've already started. So this is one that I've created. So I'm actually going to edit this activity so I can keep working on it. So you'll notice on the left that there's all different things that you can drag and drop into your Desmos area. And this is my first screen. So I'm just showing that this is a demonstration on the creation and use of the Desmos classroom. To create the next slide, you add next here, or if I wanted to say duplicate this slide, I click on these three buttons here and I can do duplicate or delete. So I'm going to add a new slide. So there's nothing here, so we can choose what we want to do. So if this is a math course and we want math-like things, we can include graphs, tables, we can do graphing calculator, marble slides, things like that. If this is a non-math course, we can do things like typing in some instructions, sketch, geometry, or well, geometry would be math, but you could do media, so you can have them watch a video and then write about it, or look at a picture and write about it, things like that. So all you have to do is just drag and drop. It's super user-friendly. If we want to input something where they're going to do a response, you can choose which side of the slide, above, next to, below. So this would enable them, you can write a prompt here and then they have to answer. If you want them to share their response with the rest of the class, you can do that. This is useful even if your class is not interactive. So if you're doing an asynchronous class, they would still be able to see other students' responses, but only after other students have responded. So the first student or two may not see their classmates' responses as they're working through the course. You can also do math input, multiple choice. You can have them check boxes or do an ordered list. You can do sketch, so you can include something where it's a background that's blank, a graph where they're sketching maybe their graph, or you can actually upload an image that they can then draw over. For media, so again, you can choose to upload a video or a picture. So this would be useful if you want them to watch something or look at how to do something, or look at a video of something being done, and then they can go and type about it. There's other ones like a table or a button. If you see down here, these are full screen things. So in order to use graphing calculator, marble slides, or this one down here is a card sort, you have to have a blank screen because they take up the whole screen. So let's look at what those look like. So a card sort, you would create different cards. You can click on Learn More to create them, and this will show you how to do it. But you can make your card sorts, so math, a text card, an image card, a graph card, and then you can create your answer key so that once it's correct, it'll show you that it's correct, or it'll mark yes or no for the instructor side. Again, these can be really math related because you can do functions with the graph, or things like that, but this can also be non-math, right? Because you can put images and then put words or sentences that might match up, or just do a bunch of text words if you're trying to have them connect ideas or things like that. So this could be useful both for math and non-math courses. I'm going to leave this alone for right now and create a new slide. Marble slides is very mathy. This is literally using a graph. You create where you want a ball to go, and then you create where you would like your stars to go. And you want to put them in places where it's possible for this ball to collect the stars when they hit launch. Right now, obviously it's not. But the idea of this is for students to create an equation here, or manipulate an equation, so that when they do drop the ball, it will collect the stars. So it doesn't make sense that my stars are actually above the ball unless I'm creating something that's going to bounce the balls, and that doesn't work very well. So you do want to think about that as you're creating it. When I've done this, I've created my equation first, and then I've placed the ball and the stars where I want them to go, and then I adjust the equation so that they would have to manipulate it to get it where it should be. Something to think about is these teacher tips. So you can add teacher tips, and so this is a good place for you to tell other teachers who might be using this course, or to remind yourself what are some questions you might want to bring up if this is a synchronous class, or for yourself, what are some sample responses, so you know that whether or not they got it correct, or you can guide them along the way. And then the graphing calculator, again, is just plain graphing calculator. So you're just allowing them to utilize this. You can start off with some equations and just give them some instructions up here as to what you would want them to do with that type of slide. So these are the different types of things. Tables are interesting. You can create tables where they can fill them in, or you can create one where you're already filled in. You'll notice that once I've filled them in, a lock button comes here. So it says students cannot edit this cell. So once you've filled things in, students would no longer be able to edit these. You can, though, click on the dots, create the headers, and then you can also give students the option to add additional rows. So maybe you want them to be able to start off with this and then continue on the chart or the table. So there's all different things that you can do with this. It is very user-friendly. There are a lot of resources as far as videos and things like that to show you how to use things. Things I've also done in the past was take other people's classes that have already been created and build on them, or use what they've done to help make something that would be more helpful for what I need. Once you're done, over here, this is where you would put your information. So I uploaded a picture of a woman demonstrating something. I called this a demonstration activity. If you wanted to give an example, if you wanted to make it public or private, if you want to allow students to have a scientific calculator on the screen as they work through the course, all of these are options. Once you're done, you click publish, and then it publishes it to your custom collections. Another thing that you can do, which is helpful, is to sort these. You can click this and add collections. So I have different collections. These are different courses that I teach. And so I can create a new collection, or I can click on a collection and save it there. And then it gets tagged. So you'll notice if you're going through other people's things, there might be collections here. So I actually created these, but sometimes I didn't create Conics. I created Math 70, but this was already tagged by someone else under Conics. So these are things that you would see. Once your activity is created, what you want to do is assign it. So you're going to click on the drop down and create single session code. It creates a new code for you, and you do student link, and then this is the code that you will embed into Canvas, which I will show in another video.